Hi, this is Josh with SKAA. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the Cassandra USB-C transmitter. Cassandra makes it super quick and easy to transmit wireless audio from your phone, tablet, or computer. No pairing, no Bluetooth, and no Wi-Fi required. With the release of the iPhone 15 in 2023, Apple has shifted over to USB-C as its standard for all of their devices. All new iPhones and iPads have USB-C, the entire MacBook lineup is now dual USB-C and Thunderbolt, and of course most Android devices have had USB-C for years. So we're at a point where pretty much the entire mobile device and computer market is in alignment using USB-C. Finally. Cassandra works with just about any device with a USB Type-C connector. And if you're using it with a phone, it's been designed with enough clearance so that you can use it with or without a case. There are no drivers or software required to use Cassandra, and it can transmit audio from any application. You can send audio to up to 4 SKAA receivers at once. This includes speakers, headphones, soundbars, large format speakers like Soundboks, and even wireless subwoofers like Dillinger Labs' Death from Below. Unlike Bluetooth, SKAA was built from the ground up specifically for audio. Bluetooth was not made for audio. With Bluetooth, you only get about a 7-meter range for audio, and you can also get up to 200 milliseconds of latency. So if you're watching a TV show or a movie with a Bluetooth soundbar or Bluetooth headphones, and the audio seems like it's out of sync with the video, Bluetooth is the culprit. Cassandra has a 15-meter or 50-foot indoor range, and you can use up to 5 Cassandras in the same area without interference. You also get extremely low latency with SKAA devices. Cassandra will have 36 milliseconds of fixed latency, so you get low latency and the latency is fixed. It never changes like with Bluetooth. In addition to low latency, you'll also get better audio quality with SKAA transmitters than with Bluetooth. All SKAA transmitters, including Cassandra, send 48 kilohertz 16-bit stereo audio. Next, let me show you some practical applications for using Cassandra. First, let's talk about using it with your mobile phone. Plug Cassandra into your device. Here, I'm using an iPhone 15. You might get an accessory prompt if you're plugging in Cassandra for the first time that asks if the device you've plugged in is headphones or some other device. Choose Other here. Then simply place some music or audio on your device. Here, I'll play a track from Apple Music. For my speakers, I'm using a pair of Dillinger Labs Aquarius. These are SKAA receivers, so when you turn them on, they should automatically bond to Cassandra. If for some reason a speaker doesn't automatically bond, double tap the bond button to explore for a new transmitter. And once it bonds, you'll see a bright amber LED. Using the SKAA green list function, you can also save this transmitter and the speakers will remember it for later. Press and hold the bond button for a few seconds until the LED turns green. The green list is essentially a favorites list, but it also functions as a lockout so no other transmitters can send audio to your speakers by mistake. In green mode, if you unplug a transmitter, the LED will go dim, showing that it's waiting for you to plug in the transmitter again. Likewise, if you turn off the speakers and then come back to them later and turn them back on again, and then plug in your Cassandra transmitter again, the speakers will automatically bond to their green-listed Cassandra transmitter. With the SKAA green list, you can essentially set this up once and never have to set it up again. If you want to jump to another transmitter, simply double tap the bond button to explore for a new transmitter. To get back to your green list, tap the bond button once. And if you need to clear out your entire green list and start from scratch, tap the bond button 6 times to perform a factory reset. The process of bonding and green listing transmitters is exactly the same for all SKAA receivers. So right now I have 2 speakers. Let's add in some headphones. These are the Dillinger Labs Helix headphones. All I have to do is turn them on and they should automatically bond to Cassandra. If not, double tap the bond button to explore, and once bonded, press and hold the bond button for a few seconds to save Cassandra to the Helix's green list. Cassandra will work with virtually any iPad or tablet with USB-C. Here I have an iPad Pro, and I want to set up some Aquarius speakers for my home office. The process is exactly the same. Plug in Cassandra, play some audio, and bond the Aquarius speakers to Cassandra. I can watch YouTube, I can watch a movie, I can edit video in iMovie or Final Cut, or I can make some beats in Logic Pro for iPad, all while listening on the Aquarius speakers wirelessly. This really helps to keep cable clutter to a minimum. And Cassandra also gives you portability. Maybe I need to take my iPad with me on the road, but I still need to edit a video or work on some music, or maybe just watch a movie on my flight. I can bring my iPad Pro, Cassandra, and a pair of Helix, and when I get back home, the Aquarius are all ready to go with no additional setup required other than turning on the speakers. Next, I'll show you how to use Cassandra with your Apple or Windows computer. This includes any laptop or desktop computer with USB-C. If you're using an older machine that only has USB-A, you can use the Ursula USB-A transmitter instead. Instead of my iPad Pro, let's say that I want to set up my MacBook Air in my home office with Aquarius and Helix. I can just pop Cassandra into my MacBook. In macOS, it'll ask you if you want to allow the accessory to connect. Click Allow, and then go up to your system settings and go to the sound settings. Here under the Output tab, make sure that SKAA transmitter is selected. This will make sure that the audio output of your MacBook always goes to the transmitter instead of the internal speakers. If you're using Cassandra with Pro apps that have their own audio output settings like Logic Pro, Pro Tools, or Ableton Live for music production, or Final Cut or Premiere Pro for video editing, you'll need to make sure that Cassandra is selected in these apps' sound settings as well. Here I'm running Logic Pro. I'll just go up to Logic Pro, Settings, Audio, and then in the Devices tab, I'll set the SKAA transmitter as my output device. The process will be very similar for other Pro apps, although in many cases, Pro apps may automatically default to the macOS sound settings, so depending on what app you're using, this extra step may not be necessary. If you're a Windows user, first click the Start menu in the lower left and search for the Control Panel. Open the Control Panel and click Hardware and Sound. Then under the Sound options, click Manage Audio Devices. Then select the SKAA transmitter as your sound device, and set it to default if you use Cassandra regularly. If you're having an indoor or outdoor event or a big party and you need more power than what Aquarius can give you, Cassandra can also be used with large format SKAA receivers. Here I have two Death from Below subwoofers with speaker poles and Soundboks 4 as top speakers. I'll pop Cassandra back into my iPad Pro, play some music, and then turn on all 4 receivers. With Soundboks, you have to put these in join mode, and they should automatically bond to Cassandra. If not, follow the same process as before. Double tap the bond button on the back of the Soundboks to explore, and once bonded, press and hold for a few seconds to greenlist. With DFB, just turn on the subs and they should automatically bond. Just like Aquarius, the bond button is integrated into the volume knob. So if it doesn't automatically bond, double tap to explore, and once bonded, press and hold for a few seconds to greenlist. Optionally, if you want full remote control over all 4 of your receivers, you can download the free SKAA Command app available for iOS, iPadOS, macOS, Android, and Windows. Here you can adjust the volume, mute and unmute each receiver individually, or control the volume of all 4 receivers at the same time, and mute all 4 receivers at once. So naturally, if you're on the hunt for a SKAA mini transmitter, Cassandra will likely be the best choice for most devices. Although we do have mini transmitters for a range of other connections: USB-A, Lightning, and micro USB if that's what you're looking for. We also have transmitters for 3.5mm analog audio, Toslink and SPDIF, and TRS balanced Pro Audio line level signals if you need something that's more specialized or you need it for professional applications. To check out the full lineup of SKAA transmitters available, head over to SKAA.com or SKAAstore.com. And if you like what you see, please subscribe to the SKAA Sound YouTube channel to see more tutorials and overviews of new SKAA products. Thanks for watching.